Yes, that was a motivational video. 40 motivational speeches in 2 minutes. And you know what they all have in common? Is that you've got a person who is a leader, a person who is in a position of power, where other people are looking to them for guidance, for leadership, for motivation, for trust and security. And when you can bring the best out of people, you can get so much accomplished in your own life. When I was speaking with Dawn about our subject matter for today, there's an acknowledgement that yes, you guys have to face some very difficult situations, don't you? People aren't always here to see you and happy to see you. And so looking at positive communications and giving you some tips, tools, and techniques to take home with you today is our goal today. Oh, it's not gonna work, is it?
There it is.
So what's going to happen today? It's working. So what's going to happen? Each one of you has a handout that I've prepared for you, and it's pretty conclusive for all the subjects we're going to be discussing. We have 3 main areas that we want to cover. First of which is how do you make a great first impression very quickly with someone and build rapport. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to build rapport with people quickly so that you can build trust at the same time? Also, secondly, is how to deal with a disgruntled customer. When you've got challenging situations, you've got toxic, soul-sucking energy vampires, how are you going to help turn that into a positive situation to get the business handled that you need to get handled? And lastly, we're going to talk about crucial conversations, how to talk when emotions are high and opinions are differing. But first, I'm going to start off with some really wonderful stories just to tie it together. Back in 1985, I was a newlywed, and I was on a cruise in the Caribbean. And we sailed through Hurricane Kate. We had 30-foot waves breaking the bow of the ship. Everyone was sick, the dining rooms were empty, and it was very scary. Finally, when the storm passed us, we were able to get ship-to-shore radio so I could call my parents to tell them what had happened. But when I called and said, "You're not going to believe it, you won't believe it, we went through the eye of a hurricane," my mom said, "I know, it's here now." You can see the path of the storm. It went through the Caribbean where I'd been on a cruise ship, and it hit Tallahassee, where my parents had a home. Now, being the youngest of 5 children and my dad being a state worker, we didn't have a lot of money. We were raised in about a 1,400 square foot house, and when Hurricane Kate came, it turned out to be a blessing in many, many ways. Well, it sounded like a freight train. Apparently, somewhere in Tallahassee, it was a sweet spot for the tornadoes that were coming. And when my parents heard a freight train, they went into the middle bathroom, got into the bathtub, and just waited till the aftermath passed. And when they got out of the bathtub and they looked around the house, they went into their bedroom, and a pine tree had not only come through the roof and the ceiling, but it had pierced my mother's bed pillow where she would have been sleeping. Turns out, out of the 28 pine trees that were in my parents' yard, 11 of them were on the house. This was our first experience with insurance claims adjusters. Yes. So as we surveyed the damage, and my parents finally got the adjuster to come and check it out and survey what needed to be done and what the budget would be to help them repair it, this was the knight in shining armor, as far as we were concerned, because he was going to come and help. He was going to come and save the day and fix the problems that nature had created. Well, my parents didn't have much money, but after that storm, they got a new car because theirs had been crushed in the carport. They had also gotten a brand new roof. Those trees hit that house so hard that there was nothing square anymore. The windows wouldn't open, the doors wouldn't close. The entire house had moved on its foundation. They got repairs made to their home that they never could have afforded to do. And so we have such a sense of gratitude for the person that came to make a difference. We were grateful. But you know, every time that you show up, people aren't going to be grateful, are they? They can be kind of hateful. And so my hope is that I can help bridge the gap today to take customers from being hateful to grateful. Hateful to grateful. Because when people are scared, they're in pain, they don't know what's going to happen. Unfortunately, they don't always connect and communicate in their best positions. There are certain natural laws of the universe, and God knows you have to deal with a lot of these natural experiences with natural disasters, but natural laws of the universe that are at work in your life every single day. First of which is the law of cause and effect. Cause and effect plays a role in your relationships with your family, your loved ones, your teammates, your customers, your own fulfillment of your goals and your dreams and your expectations, but we forget how much power we personally have. Be, do, have. If you want to have something, you need to be it and you need to do it. But how often do we show up to life not happy with the circumstances of how life is treating us, but we're not being and we're not doing what it takes to make that happen? If you do nothing, you'll have nothing. If you do something spectacular, you'll have something spectacular. By understanding the impact that you can have to affect your own results, it's going to impact every relationship that you have.